Okay, everybody, so I'm sure that you've heard about prices for gasoline going to be heading up. You know, they've never been this high at this time of the year, and, you know, we could see $5 gas this summer. So what's going on? I often hear people ask, well, why is gas going up? What's happening? Oh, tensions in the Middle East, OPEC, you know, cutting the production, blah, 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 whatever. You know, we always hear we hear all this short-term noise, you know, but there's a long-term scheme that's consistent, that's always there. You know, there's a truth behind the gas prices. There's, you know, if you'll probably be told, well, it's economics 101, you know, you get in there and you get into college and everything's supply and demand. Well, let's see, supply of gasoline. Well, I imagine the supply is pretty high, at least in the US, because in 2011, fuel became the United States' largest export. The export of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel was the #1 export in this country. 117 million gallons a day, every day, on average. 117 million gallons a day leaving this country. You don't think maybe if we kept a little bit of that here, we wouldn't have to raise gas prices so much? No, the supply is fine, everybody. How about demand? Oh, well, you know, the demand must be high. That's forcing up the prices, right? No, there's no demand. We're at 1980 levels on demand. All links are going to be on Moneybag's World. I'm going to have a gas posting with all these different links I'm talking about, because I'm probably going to mention 5 different links. So demand is low. It's fallen off a cliff. So the demand is low and the supply is high. You know, it feels like just living in cuckoo land. Nothing makes sense. Well, that's right. That's by, you know, that's the plan. You know, everything's working to plan. Gas prices haven't really changed. There was an article I saw last year when gasoline hit $5 a gallon. And there was a sign, I think it was in Oregon, and it said 20 cents a gallon if you have pre-1964 dimes, quarters, half dollars, or silver dollars. So if you're paying with real money, silver is 20 cents a gallon. Well, I'm going to have a link that'll take you to a chart that shows you that gas has pretty much been 20 cents a gallon since 1918. Right now, let's look at today. I showed you pictures, gas like $4.20 a gallon in my picture at the beginning of the video. Well, a dime is somewhere around $2.10. I haven't looked in a few days. Anyway, it's about 2 dimes. It's about 20 cents a gallon now. So, you know, when we get up near $5 a gallon, that may be the time we're pushing at $50 at you know, the $50 ceiling for silver. In an economy, in a productive economy, you know, prices shouldn't even be rising. They should be falling. So, you know, but we can't let that happen, because that would just give more power to the people. So, you know, we're constantly being stolen from through a hidden tax called inflation. And that's what this is all about. It was always near 20 cents a gallon until the debasement really kicked in. And you know, we might have it now where the price of gas finally starts to go up. If you see from the graph what I'm talking about, above 20 cents a gallon. But the real incredible thing is, I'm going to link you to a graph where you can look at in terms of gold. In terms of gold, gas has been falling for like 70 or 80 years in terms of grams of gold. So if you want to see what's really happening with gasoline, we need to look at real money. Quit looking at this stuff that's being printed into oblivion. You know, all that stuff is kicking into high gear. And like in my last video, the only person I think will be on my side in all this would be Ron Paul. I mean, I don't even know if he can actually do anything. He knows the problem. Ron Paul knows the problem that we face. Some of these other guys may know the problem, but they're not interested in helping you or I out. I don't know if Ron Paul will be able to get the things done that need to get done, but at least I know that he's going to try and do what's best for me out of any politician that wants to be president of the United States. Now, I'm not saying Ron Paul's a perfect guy, but I believe he's going to do more for me, better things for me than any other person. He understands the real problem. So that's the lowdown on the gas prices. It's the falling dollar. That's why everything's going up. And most people just think, oh, well, you know, the economy expands and the money's got to expand and inflation's normal. You know, the Fed's shooting for 2% inflation. Yeah, they're shooting for drilling a hole in your safety deposit box and helping themselves to 2% every year, stealing that from you. That's the plan. That's the Fed's plan. And that's what you need to find out is this plan that's being put forth against you and how to prepare for it. You need to have real money. You need to get gold and silver. And that should be your plan.